Hey, Curio travelers, welcome to Thursday Travel Chat, Curio Conversations, where your travel lifestyle meets cultural immersion in quick weekly moments designed to elevate the way you explore the world. Can I tell you something I've noticed after years of helping people explore the world? From time to time, I get this question. Someone who's looking at one of our experiences, and one of the first questions they ask, is it worth it? Now, I don't want to be facetious because I really actually think that's a fair question. Travel isn't exactly cheap, not anymore. It's just not. That's the reality of the situation. So we really need to keep this conversation real. When we think about worth and investing, we usually think about growing something like our savings, our retirement, our homes, our families, even. But travel asks us to consider something different because what are we investing in ourselves is the perspective of the travel curio. To me, a travel experience is worth the investment when it leaves you with something you couldn't really gain by staying at home. For many of us, including me, saying yes to travel also means saying no to some other things for a little while, like adjusting our budget overall, setting aside money each month, not having that designer coffee for a while, not having those nails done, maybe. Uh, Having to look at our vacation time and realize all of our vacation time is precious, but how much can we dedicate to this experience? Or deciding that this experience matters enough to make room for it. Because all those things that I named is actually about making room for it. So if you're making that kind of investment, can I ask you a question? What are you hoping to get in return? Hmm. Now, I never had someone come home and call me and say, Angela, that hotel mattress changed my life. Not one time. Now, that shower after a long journey, maybe. Mm, they're probably going to tell me that the next day. But what they usually call home and, or I should say, clients call home and tell me about, or call me when we're back at home and tell me about the family they met in the hotel lobby, the local guy who shared stories that are probably not in a history book, probably more about family legacy and history, a cooking class where you laugh so hard, it was just so much giggles and funs and seasonings, or perhaps that sunrise you almost slept through. Hmm. Or that moment that I love talking about in a curio conversation when you wake up and you say, what? Can't believe I'm actually here. Yeah. That is usually the stories people carry home. And those are the things that how can I say, that kind of lead to this conversation about the worth of it. So here's how I've come to think about the worth. If I only come home with some souvenirs, I probably, or you probably, didn't make the investment that you were hoping for. And to be quite honest, it's not what I was hoping that you gained as well. But if you come home with some new friendships, a deeper appreciation for another culture, a recipe you're still trying to replicate months later, you just can't get it right, or a story you can't stop telling, then I think you invested pretty well. Now, sometimes listen, life has a way of convincing us that everything is urgent. Mm. Whoever created email out, I don't really like them. We got these meetings, we got laundry, we got groceries, we got, civic commitments, the notifications, but the investment, y'all. That investment where You find yourself watching the sun rise over the Ottoman Sea. You're walking through a market halfway around the world watching a different form of commerce, not the one with the price tags on it and a set amount. Or, now this one is deep. You're going to feel this one in your shana now for some. For some, walking out of an airport and feeling an immediate connection as if this was a place you were searching for all your life. Yeah, let me bring you back. Perhaps sharing a meal with people who just were strangers the day before, part of the group. And suddenly, that's what meaningful travel that you're investing in has the ability to do. Not because it changed your life overnight, but it changed your perspective. And sometimes that's exactly what we all need. Listen, I don't want you spending your vacation wondering what's coming next or trying to piece everything together. Instead, I leave you free to immerse in yourself in that destination. Connect with the people around you. Simply enjoy the experience you've been looking forward to. So let's ask yourself this question, especially if you do. These are the questions I want you to come back home with. Was this worth your investment? Or here goes some other questions. What did the experience invest in you? And I'm going to give you a couple of more questions to go with it. Did it give you joy? Curiosity? Did it give you the confidence to say yes to another experience you've been dreaming about? Did it remind you that the world is far more welcoming than these crazy headlines sometimes make it seem? Did you give yourself permission to slow down and be fully present for a little while? Did it restore your spirit? Did it shake your soul? Did it strengthen a relationship? Yeah, the relationship. Now, I could go on. I really could. Now, these are the returns you can't put a price tag on. Investing in thoughtfully curated experiences allow you to be present and take advantage of your investment. So listen, don't just ask yourself, what's your next experience going to cost? Ask yourself, what do I hope this investment will do for me? Yeah, perhaps that's the question we're sitting on for the rest of this week. Yeah. Gonna pivot here for a minute and just talk about this. From time to time, we host destination webinars where we have conversations just like this. We answer questions, we share what make each experience by the Travel Curio unique. We help travelers decide whether it's the right fit for them, the right investment. If you've never joined us, I love to invite you to a future conversation. Go on over to our website or over to the events tab on our Facebook account to connect with our next chat. On Facebook, it will be up under the events tab. Now, if you're watching on Facebook, I love to hear from you. What has been the greatest return on a travel experience you've taken? Please let me read these stories in the comments. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode as well as others with someone who's dreaming about their next journey, but they're not quite sure about the investment. Until next Thursday, keep exploring with curiosity, and I'll see you next week for another Curio Conversation. Until that time, take care.